So last week we had some big gaming announcements. Summer Games Fest, Xbox Games Showcase and Nintendo Direct all dropped a steady flow of upcoming titles, gameplay trailers and first looks that have drawn attention and speculation across the board. But despite all the action on stage, it's what allegedly transpired backstage that really got my attention. Back in October of 2025, under the leadership of Phil Spencer, Microsoft surrendered the console wars. They announced that Halo Combat Evolved was getting a remaster, and that remaster would be available on a Sony console, the PS5. A symbolic gesture as much as a business one, Halo was the game that launched the Xbox. As a series, it spent the better part of a decade kicking Sony's ass. And let's not forget, Sony got this for nothing. No Sony exclusives were or ever have been announced for an Xbox console, making this a complete surrender indeed. Cut to 4 months later, Xbox goes under a restructure. Phil Spencer is gone, along with most of his management team, to be replaced as head of Xbox by Asha Sharma, former head of Microsoft AI. Now Sharma talks a good game. She ended the Anything is an Xbox campaign, dropped the price of Game Pass back down and has decided to reinvest into first-party games for the console. If you squint hard enough, you just might think that Microsoft is going to reopen their campaign against Sony. Then a report dropped after last week's big announcements. Apparently, just after Sony started their showcase at Summer Games Fest, Microsoft called. They pulled the Halo Campaign Evolved trailer from Sony's showcase, leaving the media giant to scramble to fill the spot, after the show had already started. Now to some greater or lesser degree this does check out, as when Microsoft showed off the trailer themselves, it still had the recorded on PS5 Pro tag at the bottom. The trend continues however with Gears of War E-Day. Despite rumours of a PS5 release, Microsoft confirmed that it would be an Xbox exclusive, despite Sony getting Gears of War earlier this year. Yikes. Reports say Sony is pissed, which is to be expected, but it also confirms Sharma's stance. She's not all talk. She's ready to put her money where her mouth is, and just fired the first big shot in what looks like a new offensive in the console wars. Well, we as consumers can only hope.
Careful, Chief. That Elite was an Ultra, and those pilots are no pushovers either.
That's right, you mothers! Run!